folks, and welcome to our channel. So, before I go any further, this is going to be the tarot reading for the with Megan with Love. If you want to see the other video that I've done, that's on my other channel, Claire Thackeray, and that should be on at the time of watching this. And that video is going to be different from this because we don't do tarot, and it's about spiritual perspectives and spiritual messages and how we can use the reactions that we feel towards that, towards Meghan, towards certain other things to actually empower ourselves and reclaim our power. So let me just push you back a little bit, okay? So let's pull some cards on With Love Meghan. So at the time of filming, it's aired, it's on. You can watch it on Netflix. So show me the energy of let's start off looking at the energy of the production. Show me the energy of the production. Show me the energy of the production with love. Whoops. With Love Meghan. So we've got the Magician. And we've got the Death card at the bottom. So this is something that has had a lot of work put into it, a lot of planning put into it. It's a rebirth for Meghan. It's about Meghan coming back. It's about, Meghan making herself heard and self-seen. Also, as well, it's Meghan. There has been slight reference towards the past. So this is her way of putting her stamp on the world, on rebirth, on in her eyes reclaiming back her power. Okay. I'm also drawn to this, which is the Tudor Rose. If you've been following me for some time on my various platforms, you'll know I've done a lot of work looking into the fact that Meghan in a past life was Anne Boleyn. So there's something in this that we may not understand because we're not her spirit team that is helping to heal that for her on a spiritual level. We've got the Four of Pentacles. So she's feeling proud of it. She's feeling self-assured. Also, as well, there's financial support here for her. Let's keep pulling. Two of Swords, a choice going forward. Seven of Wands, having to defend herself. There is a kickback. As we thought there would be a kickback, there is a kickback coming in. But again, as I've just said in my other video, after having that past life as Anne Boleyn and going through that public execution, the beheading, she is unfazed by a lot of this. A lot of us would have not been able to come back from it. You know, the trolling, the kickback and all of it. Whether you like her or whether you don't, she's gone through a lot. But actually she will continue to defend herself. And also, so I'm feeling here as well, there's an energy here of being determined to protect it as in the work that she's done. Four of Cups, though, something coming in. Some people just don't want to let bygones be bygones. This energy of actually, no, I don't like Meghan. Not as in I don't like Meghan, but there's that energy out there that some people can't be reached. We've just talked about that in my other video on Claire Thackeray. Let's keep pulling. Oops, what we're doing here? That's the bottom of the deck. There's anxiety, though. There's some mental stress. Nine of Pentacles, which is always kind of come up. It always comes up for Meghan as in like her self-confidence, her money. It always gives me the Montecito vibes. She's wanting to create something away from the royal brand, the royal life. Eight of Pentacles. She's wanting to make money. She's wanting to be seen. The Moon there's some illusion. We'll keep pulling one more card. And the Queen of Swords. Do a clarifier for that Queen of Swords. Five of Cups, loss. There's a lot of people personally around Meghan. This could be Samantha, or someone like I don't know what's that naming people, but there's people that feel hard done by with Meghan or feel hurt by Meghan that actually want this to end. And even if we're not family or friends, even if it's just normal everyday people watching it, That is actually about internal work with ourselves of when we watch somebody else's creation, why do we want them to F it up? Because that says more about us than it does about them. So there's also that element there as well. Um, and it comes in as I've laid it on my desk. It's like that with this. Sorry, like that. Okay. Where people cannot let go of the old stories. And as we know, as we go through this awakening and ascension, we've got to let go of the old stories. He said, they said, they do this, she said that, I'm on this side, because that keeps us anchored. Um, right, let's have a look at how Meghan is feeling now. Now it's aired, it's out there. How is Meghan? We'll also look at the royal family and how the royal family are feeling. So, how does Meghan feel now that it's out there? High Priestess, some illusionary energy going on. Death and rebirth coming in. There's a feeling with Meghan that she'll never be able to walk away from all of that, as in all of that, the royal wedding, the leaving, as though no matter in her eyes, in her life, in her feelings, no matter how hard I try, I can't walk away from it. It's almost like everything's perfect on the surface, but underneath there's the turmoil, if that makes sense. The world, another major arcana. The ending and the new beginning. We've got the Queen of Swords. I'm also feeling as well she knows what she wants. She's not going to take any. I mean, in the from the clips that I've seen, one of her friends refers to her as Meghan Markle, and she says, "I'm not Meghan Markle. I'm Meghan Sussex." And it's like she really isn't going to take shit off people. She's not going to take people coming at her, saying stuff to her. She knows what she wants, and she goes and she gets it. Eight of Pentacles. She wants to do more of this. She's got plans of expansion as well. She does want to be a global brand as well. Nine of Pentacles. She wants to be seen. She wants to make money. She wants to make abundance. She wants it to be a brand. That's her wish. And that's her trying to fulfill her wish. She's actually also very good, I feel. Many of us would have got on Twitter this morning or X and gone, oh God. But actually, Megan's got a part of her that actually can rise above that, and not it doesn't. It's not that it doesn't touch her, but it doesn't run as deep as it would other people. Something to do with the past, so past life healing, inner child. There's an element here of wanting to prove herself. She feels as though she's always got to prove herself. She also wants to pass something down to Lily, Princess Lily. Um, that also reminds me of Hever Castle. I know it doesn't look like, but it does if you've been to Hever Castle. I've just said in my other video, Claire, on my Claire Thackeray channel, that Anne Boleyn actually, as Anne Boleyn when she was Anne Boleyn, um, and her mum and Mary Boleyn used to make preserves and jams, and they had I think it was called a still room. Don't quote me on it; it's possibly wrong. Where they used to make ointments, lotions, potions, oils, and all of that, and preserves and jams. So she's bringing in a lot of her life as Anne Boleyn into the present. There's also as well the fact that in this current incarnation, Harry has chosen to go with Anne and stand with Anne, is helping to alchemize that, the beheading. So I'm feeling as well that we must allow this to play out and allow them to clear what they need to clear. And yes, there are elements that they've done and decisions they've made in this current life that will accrue more karma. But that's between them and their gods. It's about healing and releasing. But there's also the hanged man here. So she doesn't feel as though she's able to fully step forward. as though there's stuff from the past holding her back. There's always somebody there dangling something over her. We then come into the king. So this is where we will move on to what does King Charles feel at this time. We'll leave the King of Pentacles out. So we'll go on to King Charles and then we'll do William and... Oh, we won't do William and... I keep saying about doing people on these channels, don't I? I mean, we'll read on them. So what does the king feel? King Charles III. What does King Charles III feel about Meghan with Love, the Netflix show? What does King Charles feel about Meghan with Love? He's feeling overwhelmed with it. He's feeling overwhelmed with it. He doesn't know how to deal with it. That's interesting. Four of Pentacles. That's stuck. Four of Pentacles is the card where you're stuck, and it's the gentleman with the crown on his head as well. He's got the pentacle there and pentacle. Yeah, it's Four of Pentacles. It's almost like the show must go on, which is the royal family. Never complain, never explain type of energy. But we see King Charles going about his duty, but beneath it, there is an overwhelming. He doesn't know how to deal with it. Um, Page of Cups, the Wish. Let's see what comes after the Wish. The Queen of Cups, which is Diana. In my readings, is Diana. There's a wish here for Diana, not in any kind of sexual sense, or I want my ex-wife back. There's a real need of actually, and that's strange. What I'm getting is this is actually helping him heal because he's feeling at this moment that actually, if Diana was here, she may know more how to deal with this. And it's, throughout all of this, this has always brought up the Diana wound with him, of how that marriage imploded and ended. Um, but I also wonder if Diana is trying to. Spirit cannot interfere with things they can't control and step in and take over, but they can lovingly guide. And also, as well, the Page of Cups was when he was a young man and met Lady Diana Spencer and fell in love with her to some respect. Um, his wish, Knight of Swords. Yeah, the Five of Cups, the loss. This is about him working on his self here. The three of us in the marriage, the Three of Cups symbolizes. It's the three graces, when they're having a party and they've got the cup of wine in the air and they're going whoa, whoa, whoa. But in my readings, when I do the royal stuff, it's about the three of us in this marriage. That's how I work with the energies. Um, Obviously that's gone now. One of the three is gone. There's only two of the, this is interesting. There's only two of the three left, but he's still drawn into that. And look at that as well. Doesn't that look, for a quick glance, a little bit like Diana looking down? Or even like the goddess Diana? And also we've got the element of Hever Castle here, which was the childhood home of Anne Boleyn. And the anxiety and stress and sleepless nights that he's having with this, because he knows that this isn't going to be a simple thing that's just going to sort itself out. There's a choice he needs to make. He's aware of his health. I mean, we're aware of his health, but we're not aware of the complexities of his health. He's aware that he's not going to die. He's not going to die and leave a clear slate. He's going to die and he's going to be leaving this for William. I mean, he may not, we may have an energetic shift and everything sorts itself out. But at this time of filming, that ain't happened yet. But he's aware of this and he's aware that as I'm seeing that, I'm seeing the ocean being pulled out. It's time to go. Not that he's going to pop off, but he's aware of that. He's a man in his 70s. He's got an illness that we still don't know really what's what. Okay. And temperance and patience, that again, time is of the essence. And then King of Wands coming in, which is the Henry energy. Can I have a clarifier? Do you know, I've said this before in a video that I did. I think it was something like when we looked at the Nostradamus predictions. There is concerns behind the scenes of just how Prince William and Princess Catherine can take on being king and queen, because obviously Catherine's got her own health issues, and anyone that's had cancer will know it just doesn't, it's. And there is that concern about number one, the Henry energy coming back in, but also as well, George isn't old enough to be a king. So there's that concern behind the scenes as well, which is where the energy of the powers that be, the people that they'd speak to about succession, um, and is willing, because obviously William's staff member has recently said that that was his worst year ever. That takes a lot of coming back from. Then to lose your father, then to become king, then to have all the stuff with Harry that's going on. So it ain't as smooth sailing as people like to believe. Right, let's go on to William and Catherine. Oh, yes, I'm recording. You know me, and I pressed record. How are William and Catherine feeling in relation to? Ooh, I've dropped a card. It's only one I can pick that up. Empress. So we've got the Empress here, the mother wound, but also as well Catherine and her being a mother. What's going on with the deck? That's an interesting thing. Interesting. Deck's gone a bit weird. We've got the Three of Cups there. We've got the boundary card. Let's sort this out and pull properly. How are William and Catherine finding or feeling in relation to the Netflix series Meghan with Love Meghan? I keep forgetting. With Love Meghan. Is it Meghan with Love? With Love Meghan. I'll find out before I put the title on. How are they feeling? Yeah, they're struggling as well. I'm getting that people want to believe that they're soldiering on, that they're a strong, solid, stable, and they kind of are. But there's a lot of emotional upheaval there. There's a lot of introspection that they're having to do. Um, there's a lot of the Diana energy, which ain't gonna disappear overnight. Heartbreak at the bottom, it hurts, it's difficult, it feels like a challenge, it feels like one thing after another. Overwhelmed. They're getting very similar cards to the king. Um, we've got the Queen of Pentacles coming, which is a good card. But is it? Because we've got this transition, and I was going to say to you, they are feeling like they just want to run to the hills. They just want, I'm not saying they're going to abdicate. I'm saying they feel like they want to just go. Possibly even Catherine feels like this. She's had a lifetime as being Catherine of Aragon. I've also said she was Queen Mary as well, as in Queen Mary of Teck, Princess Mary of Teck. You know the one, Edwardian one? Um, and it's almost like a transition. Again, Emperor, which can be the ruler. The Emperor is the dad. The Emperor is the king. They're moving towards, they know that they're moving towards this. That was my letterbox. They know that they're moving towards this kingship rule. And all of the judgment and exposure, and it's a different type of monarchy than we've ever had. They've got their boundaries. They're wanting to close down rather than open up. And it's something they're fighting with at them, not fighting with themselves, but fighting internally, because to be a Princess of Wales, you've got to be seen in the people's eyes. To be a queen and a king, they like to see you. But they're just wanting to hibernate. They're really wanting to hibernate more than they've ever wanted to hibernate. And I wonder if that's what's worrying the king. Because if God forbid tomorrow King Charles went, the king is dead, long live the king. So yeah. The wish, what is their wish? So we'll pull one more card. And again, needing to protect themselves. The Waleses have to protect themselves from the squad. I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at how people call it the derangers and the squad. It's so infantile calling people anyway. But there's a lot of online trolling. There's a lot that's going on there. It ain't easy. It ain't a fairy tale. Um, there's a lot of pressure on their shoulders. And it's almost like there's so much going on for us with health, family, position, the world. Um, stuff with America, stuff with all of this stuff, and then they've got this Netflix stuff. But if I was sat in front of Catherine and William now, I'd say, look, you've got to let them. You can't just let Meghan do what she needs to do. It ain't important. Because people will see, if people love you, they will see through it. They've got bigger fish to fry. But it's a sadness underneath the surface. But there is bigger fish to fry. Health, their own relationship, family, the king, their dad, his dad. Let's call him the king and the dad, because he's a king and a dad. Yes. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.